Ladies and gentlemen, what happened before the Madlanga Commission today was not testimony. It was a live demonstration of how to verbally wrestle yourself to the ground using nothing but your own documents. Former EMPD Deputy Chief Mkhwanazi sat there like a man fighting three opponents, the commissioners, his own English and his own signature. And guess what? All three defeated him effortlessly. It all started with the simplest question in the world, the kind you expect every senior officer earning a government salary to handle without sweating. Did you or did you not have a relationship with CAT's security services? A basic yes or no, but Mkhwanazi turned it into a 3-episode Netflix special. First he said no, then he said yes, then he said not yet operational. Then he said maybe it's the English. But by this point, even the whole commission was confused because the man was rearranging reality like he was editing a WhatsApp message. But they weren't finished. The commissioners, being patient professionals, simply read his own document back to him, line by painful line. And suddenly, the same man who said there was no relationship was being confronted with official text he personally wrote, claiming EMPD had a working relationship with both SAPS and Medicare 24 since 2020. The document was more confident than he was. He tried to explain, he really did, but every explanation contradicted the previous one. 1 minute he said Medicare 24 started after COVID. The next minute he said he wasn't even around during COVID. The next minute he confirmed the relationship started in 2020. Then he agreed with the commission. Then he disagreed with himself. By this time, the commissioners weren't interrogating him. They were just watching him debate himself live on national record. Then the real comedy hit. The document mentions crime combating operations with CATS multiple times, not once, not twice, like a chorus, like a catchy refrain in a bad amapiano song that you can't escape. So the commission asked the obvious. How does a non-existent relationship appear in an official report repeatedly? And all the men could offer was the most legendary excuse of 2025. It may be the English. Say, please, English is not the one who typed CATS 17 times in your report. English was minding its own business, doing grammar and vocabulary somewhere else. You are the one who wrote it. At this point, the commission was basically performing free tutoring, reading English paragraphs to a grown man and asking him the meaning. They even explained why his initiative of subordinate story didn't match his SMT instruction story. He blamed English again. The poor language took more beatings today than corruption suspects in an ANC primary election. And then came the moment, the meltdown, the theater, the cinematic climax. Out of nowhere, as his contradictions piled like unpaid municipal bills, Mkhwanazi reached existential mode. He dropped the immortal line that will go down in commission history.
I'm just checking. I don't want to misunderstand you. Okay. Lastly, let's go
I'm dead. You are continuing to kill me whilst I'm dead.
I have no such intention, I promise you. I don't. Okay, let's go to page 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first witness to announce his own funeral mid-testimony. He wasn't being killed by the commission. He was being killed by his own PDF, his own sentences, his own commas. The commissioners didn't come here to bury him. His document handled that job perfectly. And through it all, the commission remained calm. They didn't raise voices. They didn't argue. They just kept reading his paperwork back to him like a bedtime story until the man spiritually resigned from life right there in the hearing. If this is the level of crime combating leadership South Africans have been relying on, then truly, as he said, he is dead, and the country has been dead with him. Ladies and gentlemen, as we sign off, let's listen to this full section of the testimony at the Madlanga Commission. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. We also need to hear your comments in the comments section.
In September, October 2021 to do.
Well, commissioners, I've been said to commissioner, it may be the English part of it. I've been accepted, you see, that we were not yet operational. That's why I explained it and I accepted to him.
There is one thing, establishing a relationship and being operational.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I'm distinguishing between the two. Can we accept that the relationship was in place? The only issue you highlight is that you hadn't operationalized it, if ever you could. Is that the distinction you seek to draw?
No, there was no relationship.
Oh, there was no relationship?
Yes, it was not yet in place. It was not yet in place. It was not yet.
Same document, please go to page 88. Under background, you state as follows, and I quote, I would like to confirm that we have a working relationship with CATS Security Services and its subsidiaries, Medicare 24 Emergency Medical Services. This relationship started in 2020 during COVID-19. The aforementioned entities were entitled to assist our members with free testing at the time. And then you say these services were offered at no cost. So you say this relationship actually started in 2020?
The relationship with Medicare, as I've said earlier on, you see, I've said immediately after COVID, you see, first COVID. That's what I said earlier on to you.
Please read
No, I agree.
No, read the first line.
Yes, I read it. The commissioner read it, and I've said, yes, I accept. But the relationship that we had, it was with Medicare 24, immediately after COVID, as I articulated, or as I've said earlier on, Commissioner, and even my statement when you said talk, I said that.
You're right, and I really am getting confused now, and I want to finish this topic. I would like to confirm that we have a working relationship with CATS Security Services. Full stop. Let's stop it right there. That's what you tell Chief Mapie. And you said it's that entity and its subsidiaries, Medicare 24 Emergency Medical Services. So it's with two. Then you continue and say this relationship with these entities started in 2020.
Yes, 2020.
So
we worked with Mike.
You
Medicare
misled
24.
Chief Mapie in that document.
No, I think it was me including them here. You see, but with Medicare 24, we worked. And I can even, the way results.
No, I don't want
what?
We are off Medicare. It's CATS that we're talking about.
Okay.
So, CATS services, security services doesn't offer COVID-related services, does it?
Matlala was part of the, as I've said, when you come in that Medicare 24, you'll see the faces of the directors. There were many directors.
Okay, I got that. So then
yes.
that relationship, this COVID relationship started in 2020?
Yes, after COVID, immediately after the serious COVID. Because COVID, I was not around. I came back after COVID.
When you say after COVID, I mean, you do say in 2020, we had the first, I think it was called the first wave and shutdown in 2020.
Yes.
You're talking about that?
Yes.
In 2020 still?
Yes, I got sick. I stayed for 7 weeks or 8 weeks. I was bad.
Yes.
And when I came back, it took 2 weeks to come back. But immediately after that, that's where I was operationally.
Okay.
But
no, I think what I'm trying to clear, which I think Mr. Lois is seeking to clear with you, is in 2020, in that period, 2020, you already had a working relationship with Medicare.
Yes.
2020.
Yes,
okay. Thank you.
And so with CATS Security Services, or do you want me to delete that from your report? You never meant to reference CAT.
Yeah, please, I will appreciate it.
How did this error come about? How do you explain the reference to CAT security.
Yeah, I think
And so let me just finish. Particularly when Commissioner Khumalo took you to item 3 of the same document regarding crime combating operations with CAT security services, you were insistent that there was. How do those issues creep into this document if that relationship didn't exist at the time?
in fact, the whole document, not even 2 paragraphs, the whole document.
What?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying
What do you
not
mean the
even,
whole document?
No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm
Yes.
saying. I'm even saying it's not even 1 paragraph or 2 paragraphs. In other sentences, in other paragraph, I
Yes.
keep on repeating it.
Yes.
Yes, I'm agreeing with 100%.
Okay. So then can you,
Yes.
let's help the commissioners understand how that quote unquote mistake could happen.
I think it's an engagement. As I've said that I worked with Mike, you see. When I responded, it was just to respond with no, we're having relations with Medicare, and I included them and I included them many times, and I agreed to that. And I can't give another reason which is better than what I've said. Mine is to accept and say, yes, I accept. I made a mistake, you see. I'm here at the commission. When I'm wrong, I must accept. Today I was wrong. You see.
Okay, so we're staying with the same document at page 90, the last paragraph. Before your signature, you state, I hope and believe the Chief will understand the initiative we are taking as his subordinates in advancing private partnership towards fighting crime and protecting the city while also skilling our own as mentioned in this report. End of quote. Do you see where I'm reading?
Yes.
Why doesn't that read, I hope and believe the Chief will remember the task that I was entrusted with during September-October 2021 by the SMT to establish this public-private relationship. Why do you call it an initiative of his subordinates to establish that relationship?
As I've said, it may be
Is that
English.
English again?
Yes. No. In this document, I've accepted.
What was happening with the English when it came to writing this document?
I can't even tell, you know. I can't. I must accept. You see, when we are wrong, you must accept. You can't even defend the wrong thing. No.
And this is the document you hoped would persuade Chief Mapie and your seniors not to suspend you.
No, I was suspended.
When you submitted it, you were hoping it will stop the suspension.
No, this was the first one, yes. Then they continued with the pre-suspension because he engaged before pre-suspension. Then I submitted this, said no, write the intention with the unions, wrote the other one, but
and I'm saying you submitted it because you were hoping they wouldn't suspend you once they read it.
Yes.
So you are suggesting then this is why you said the English that you did. I'm just checking. I don't want to misunderstand you. Okay. Lastly, let's go to...
I'm dead. You are continuing to kill me whilst I'm dead.
I have no such intention, I promise you. I don't. Okay. Let's go to page 89, same document, just in September, October 2021 to do.
Well, commissioners, I've even said to Commissioner, it may be the English part of it. I've been accepted, you see, that we were not yet operational. That's why I explained it and I accepted to him.
There is one thing, establishing a relationship and being operational.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I'm distinguishing between the two. Can we accept that the relationship was in place? The only issue you highlight is that you hadn't operationalized it if ever you could. Is that the distinction you seek to draw?
No, there was no relationship.
Oh, there was no relationship?
Yes, it was.